Every single second, a miracle happens. A new life enters the world, completely resetting the universe for a family. We are all fiercely used to the basic formula of life. One mother, one birth, one unique soul. But what happens when nature decides to break its own strict rules? When the doctor looks up and gasps, "There's another one." Welcome to the overwhelming, double-edged shock of witnessing identical twins for the very first time. Imagine the raw, unfiltered silence in the room when that second heartbeat is finally confirmed in the flesh. For the parents, the brain instantly freezes. Joy doesn't just double, it collides head-on with pure panic. Two identical faces, two identical cries echoing off the sterile walls at the exact same split second. Psychologists call this cognitive overload. The human mind is not biologically wired to process a sudden clone of a human being. When family members and nurses walk in, the energy in the room instantly shifts into a strange, almost spiritual awe. People don't just see two babies. They feel like they are staring directly into a beautiful glitch in the matrix of creation. Scientifically, identical twins are a breathtaking accident. One single egg, suddenly split into two completely independent worlds. But the real mental breakdown for the world begins when these two walking mirrors grow up and start moving. Fast forward a few years, and the domestic chaos transforms into a public psychological experiment. Entering school, twins quickly realize they possess a collective superpower, the ultimate identity blur. It starts with the classic, innocent seat-swapping prank. One twin takes the other's math test, and no one notices. To the outside world, it feels like dealing with a human optical illusion. For teachers and friends, the human brain constantly struggles to find anchor points. A tiny mole, a different shoelace, anything. But when they stand side by side, the visual symmetry forces the brain into a loop of constant double takes. This creates a unique social pressure. People would rather avoid calling them by name entirely than risk getting it wrong. And the reaction from strangers on the street? It is almost always a mix of primitive fascination and pure confusion. What truly freaks people out isn't just that they look the same, it's when they say the exact same word at the exact same time. A synchronized response that makes you wonder if they share a single mind distributed across two bodies. Inside their bubble, it's a private language. Outside, it's a spectacle. But as the years pass and school days fade, this constant comparison turns into something much heavier. They hit the turbulent years of adolescence, where the fight for a unique identity truly begins. Adolescence changes the game completely. The mirror they used to love staring into suddenly feels like a cage. The desperate urge to be seen as an individual begins. They reject the matching clothes, trying to carve out separate identities. Yet the world remains lazy. People still call them the twins instead of using their real, hard-earned names. Psychologically, this creates a profound crisis. Imagine having your entire identity anchored to another person's existence. Experts call it identity diffusion. Every accomplishment you achieve is instantly halved or compared to your genetic double. This triggers intense silent rivalries, a fierce, unspoken race to prove who is smarter, faster, or simply different. They become each other's greatest ally, but also their most haunting shadow. Science has always been obsessed with this. In the 1960s, controversial psychiatric studies secretly separated twins at birth just to watch their identities form. The results were eerie. Decades later, despite being raised in different worlds, they still married people with the same name and drove the same cause. Which begs the terrifying question, are our choices truly our own, or are they hard-coded in our DNA? Even in romance, the confusion multiplies. How do you find love when potential partners can barely tell you apart from your sibling? But through the chaos of youth, an incredible biological bond remains stubbornly intact. A connection so deep that the rest of the human population will simply never comprehend it. As they step out of the storm of adolescence and cross the threshold into true adulthood, they unlock the final, most mysterious chapter of the twin experience, the unspoken long-distance connection. As adults, the physical distance between them may grow, but their minds seem to defy the laws of space. We've all heard the stories. One twin gets into an accident miles away, and the other instantly feels a sudden, sharp, phantom pain. Is it magic? Or is it an extreme form of psychological synchronization built from sharing the exact same neural blueprint? They will shop in completely different cities, only to show up at a family dinner holding the exact same gift for their mother. For their life partners, entering this circle is intimidating. You aren't just marrying a person, you are marrying a package deal. But what happens when life forces them to separate? When one moves across the ocean for a career or a relationship? Psychologists note that the physical separation of identical twins triggers a grief akin to losing a limb. For the first time in their lives, they look into the mirror and realize they are truly, terrifyingly alone. Yet an internal alarm clock always goes off, a random midnight text that simply reads, "Are you okay?" It's a lifelong tether, an emotional safety net that no single-born human will ever possess. Which brings us back to the ultimate question of the twin experience. From the chaotic delivery room shock to the schoolyard pranks and the adolescent identity wars, nature uses twins not to confuse us, but to show us the infinite complexity of human consciousness. They are two completely distinct universes, born out of the exact same stardust. They prove that identity isn't just about what you look like. It's about the path you choose to walk. Are you a twin, or do you know a pair of twins who constantly break the rules of reality? Drop your craziest twin stories or telepathy moments in the comments section below. I read every single one of them. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay sharp, and I will see you in the next deep dive. And if this deep dive into human nature blew your mind, smash that subscribe button right now. Make sure it turns gray so you don't miss our next psychological investigation. Don't forget to leave a like. It tells the YouTube algorithm that deep, meaningful content still matters. Every single like pushes this video out to more curious minds around the globe. Turn on notifications as well. That way, you're always the first to step into our mental lab. Be the first to know when a new universe drops on PAWER. If you want to keep expanding your brain right now, click on the video appearing on your screen. We've curated another mind-bending story just for you.